What even is this phrase? What connotations come with this phrase? There. Well, how's it going, everybody? It's your pal Mega Snoop bringing you another video today, and today I wanted to have another little discussion with you guys. Just relax, take a breath, have a discussion. And today I'd like to discuss how Toontown PvP is literally the worst idea I've ever heard. And I've heard some really bad ideas, like every Transformers sequel ever, or trying to make ketchup different colors. And out of all these ideas, Toontown PvP still has to be the worst. I'm sorry, but it's the worst. And for some reason I see a lot of people requesting that either A, I talk about it, or B, that it needs to be in the game, and I don't see it. I don't understand why you think this is such a necessity. First of all, you do know there are other games that have PvP. You could just go play those and see if you're any good at those. Maybe it's just because their heart of hearts, they're stuck in Toontown. They need to play Toontown forever because Toontown's the best game in the gosh darn universe. Or maybe it's because they're ignorant to how PvP works. And let me discuss why Toontown PvP would not work. If you took Toontown as it is right now and try to do a PvP, it would come down to whoever goes first wins, unless you're dropless. But the reason I say that is because the best toon in all of Toontown at the moment can only have 136 laugh, and there are a couple few gags that can do more than 136 damage. One of those being the piano. So if you go first and you have a piano and it's maxed, which makes the accuracy of it go incredibly up, it's like first shot you win. You're just like, oh, I go first, piano, I win. Like that's it. So if you were to like try to implement it into the game just the way the game is right now, oh, it would fail so miserably, absolutely miserably. Now I've had a lot of people come to me and they're like, oh, you could just scale the laugh or scale the gags, make put a 0 at the end of somebody's laugh, so instead of 130 they have 1,300, which of course wouldn't really work because of the fact that how would you even like use enough gags to do that much damage? You'd be sitting there in a battle for like ages. Or make the gags do less, like cut it in half, in which case it's 2 turns per win now, haha. But the reason why it doesn't really work in Toontown is because Toontown doesn't have a whole lot of strategy to it. Really think about that. Whenever you're doing a boss battle, it's usually use sound and win, and if you run out of sound, then you begin to lure. And that's really it. Like, there's nothing in battle to like really buff the damage of your gags to a certain point where it makes them more or less viable. I mean, like, you can grow them organic, but for like, what, 10% maybe? There's nothing you can do in battle to raise your defenses. You can heal, but only each other. Like, can't really do anything to raise or lower the other person's accuracy. See, the reason why it works in something like Wizard 101 is because Wizard 101 has blades, which will make you do more damage. It has shields, which heightens your defenses. It has traps, which causes them to either do less damage to you, or you do more damage to them. All the while, you cannot attack every turn. In Toontown, you can just click, 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 and keep throwing pies. In Wizard 101, you have to wait a certain amount of turns in order to use an attack. Like a certain attack you need to wait 3 turns to use, some you need to wait 5 turns to use, and there are different things you can do to manipulate how many turns it'll take for you to use those attacks. Like a regular 5-turn attack, maybe you can get it in 3 turns instead of 5. And they have gear which will heighten your defenses and give you more resistances, and there's so many different variables that can make so many different people either good or bad at it, and that is what Toontown would need in order for it to have a PvP system. Otherwise, it's so incredibly simplistic that there's literally no skill gap. It comes down to who has better gags and who goes first. And that's not really a PvP system, it's a RNG system. In which case, you might as well just go do the trolley or golf anyway. So in order for Toontown to be a viable game for a PvP system, it would have to revamp everything that Toontown is known for. And obviously, TTR is not going to do that, and I don't think any other Toontown server is going to do that, because that means they'd have to code from the ground up. And as we know from other Toontown servers, nobody wants to code their own stuff anymore. Am I right, guys? And I know the comments are going to be filled with, well, what if you do this? What if you do that? The fact of the matter is, if Toontown will ever have PvP, they need to revamp their whole system. They need to be recoded from the ground up, change the way the game works. because it would no longer be, I just attack with a pie and it dies. So that's why PvP will never happen in Toontown. At least not in the way that you guys are imagining. Anyway, I'm done with this rant. I hope to never see this in my comment section again, because I get really tired of replying to it every single time, because people think that it's still a viable option for some reason. I'm not sure. Freaking probably because those people, Toontown is their only MMO, and they really don't know how MMOs work. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay awesome. God bless. And peace.